I don't like putting people on probation and have them fail and potentially go to prison. So you're looking at potentially going to prison for 10 years if you're unsuccessful. Many people in the box, they're on probation. Court is calling 2023 CR 0475, State of Texas versus Haley Lopez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Morgan for the state.
Defense?
James Seeloff for the defense.
All right, and are you Ms. Lopez?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have.
Court will find the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Lopez, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, sir.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We waived the reading of the indictment.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lopez, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams as a third-degree felony? The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, she has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I believe she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe she was.
Ms. Lopez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication, and there's to be restitution, if any, for laboratory testing. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours of community service restitution, and the drug offender education program and regular UAs. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. The state offers Exhibit 1, the defendant's waivers and stipulations evidence.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused to continue to confer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Lopez, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there being no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, please. Your Honor, my client is court appointed. She starts her job today at 2:00 at Denny's as a dishwasher.
Okay.
I want the court, if you can, please take that into consideration in assessing the fine and the fees and the community service hours. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
Do you live by yourself?
I stay with my fiance.
With who?
My fiance.
Okay. And who is Immateria Hernandez to you?
Who is who?
Immateria Hernandez, the person who was in the vehicle. Maria Macias?
Mariah.
Yes.
She was a friend.
Heather Camarino?
She was a friend too.
Okay. So is your family involved in your life, supporting you?
Yes, but they stay in El Paso.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Oh, and I'm so sorry. How often are you using meth?
Mm,
You need to be honest with me, because here's the thing. I'm setting your conditions.
okay.
Hopefully you will be successful. I don't like putting people on probation and have them fail and potentially go to prison. So you're looking at potentially going to prison for 10 years if you're unsuccessful. Many people in the box, they're on probation. So how often are you using meth?
Before I got arrested, it was every day.
All right, the court is going to do a $1,500 fine probated. And how often is it now?
I've been clean since I got arrested. I've been doing classes and everything.
Classes where?
Lifetime recovery.
Okay, awesome. All right, it's $1,500 fine probated, 3 years deferred adjudication. She is to continue with lifetime recovery. There is restitution to the lab for testing, if any. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting in person or by Zoom. We're going to do the UA hotline for 3 months. And probation, if lifetime recovery is testing her and you all want to use those tests instead of the UA hotline, you're able to do that. But I want to make sure that those tests are random. There's to be 150 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. Court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. Just do a TAP evaluation so we can see where we are. And there's to be the drug offender education course. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month, random, and probation. If you want those field visits to account for her reporting, you can do that. There's to be no contact with Immateria Cantu Hernandez. Maria Victoria Macias and Heather Nicole Camarino. Probation, is there anything else she needs? At least once a week. Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
Is there any way I could like look into therapy or something?
Sure. What you do, and when you say therapy, what type of therapy?
Like for depression and.
Okay, we'll do, can you do a MIC evaluation? All right, we'll do a MIC evaluation. And if there's anything else you need from probation, just ask for it. They know how I am in this court. If it's something that they can't provide for you, then all you have to do is come back to court and let me know, and we'll see if we can work something out.
Just for clarification, she starts her job today at 2 o'clock. Will she be free to go today,
Yes. Probation is going to give her conditions right here.
right here, and then she doesn't have to do anything today?
No,
other than
they'll-
Go to work.
They'll set up the time. Just let them know that you have to go to work. Ms. Abrams, her employment starts at 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing about drug use. It's not FDA approved. People are just looking to sell and make a big profit. And if somebody ends up dying because they've used drugs, they're like, oh, well, next customer. Don't be the person where I'm reading on the news and it's you. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, the court is going to call 2022 CR 10786, State of Texas versus Juan Rogelio Lozano. I have parties announced for the record for the state
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
defense.
Robert Brobach.
And are you Mr. Lozano?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea of no contest on January 26th. According to the plea bargaining agreement, state is recommending community supervision. They are opposing their application for deferred education. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, ma'am, we have.
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections to this?
No objection.
Any witnesses, state or defense?
No witnesses for the state, Judge.
No witnesses, Your Honor.
All right, so let's start with state. You're opposing the defendant's application for deferred education. That's the reason.
Yes, Judge, it's the facts of the case. During the course of what the defendant did was he went to a home and he fired several shots into the home. There were 3 people that were in that home at the time. None of the bullets hit those people, but still.
Excuse me. We're on the record. We're on the record. I made an announcement. We're on the record. I'm talking behind the court reporter. If you want to, you can ask the deputy. The deputy will move. Then you're applying to the other end.
It's just due to the nature of the offense, Judge. It's the fact that he did fire several shots. He was found shortly thereafter. It's just, we do take these matters extremely seriously.
Defense.
Judge, he's 17. He has no criminal history, no criminal history as an adult. He's on going to school online. There was no injuries, no damage to the house. He made a mistake, but he has good support from his family. His mother is here with him and he stays with her. I think he'll do well on deferred. I just don't want him to just get a final conviction on his record if he serves it successfully.
And Judge, according to the police report, several shots did hit the home. It did burst several windows. People had to hit the deck.
All right, children, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear to affirm the testimony there will be the truth, that nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Why are you wearing a mask?
Oh, just
Take it all.
All right, state your name for the record.
Juan Zama,
How old are you?
20.
All right, during this incident, were you living with your mom?
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you shooting at a house?
Well, basically they jumped my brother and took all his money and everything.
So whatever happened, you're picking up the phone call with the police.
I was just in like a bad time.
What does that mean you were having a bad time?
I was mad, angry.
So did you tell your mother this?
No, ma'am.
So why are you and your brother keeping secrets from your parents?
I'm not sure.
I mean, we have to be sure. Your attorney says this was a mistake, but you know what I say about mistakes? It's not a mistake. You made a bad choice.
Yes, ma'am.
So the question becomes, why are you making bad choices?
I wasn't in the right mindset.
How old is your brother?
26.
So you, who is younger than your 20-year-old brother, decides to go shoot at a house because somebody may have jumped your brother and taken his money, but the 26-year-old does nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
That makes no sense to me. So what did your brother do?
Nothing.
Did he call the police?
No, ma'am.
So why do you feel it's your place to go shoot at a house?
I was just trying to help him.
I don't understand that. How far did you go in school?
12th grade,
When you're drug tested today, what are the results gonna be? You are getting drug tested today.
clean,
All right, when's the last time you used?
about 4 weeks ago.
And what are you using?
Marijuana,
What else?
that's it.
Why are you using marijuana, shooting at houses? And not graduating from high school?
I was about to graduate, but all this happened.
Any questions?
No,
Fancy questions?
no, you, no.
And Mr. Lozano, according to this, the complainant doesn't know why he shot in her house.
Mm,
So is it a bunch of parents just letting their children run wild and do whatever they want to do? Because she's in her house with her child. And you shoot at her. You know how old her child was?
No, ma'am.
And what is this about your overdose or attempted to overdose? What's that about?
I tried to commit suicide.
All right, why was that?
I was in a hard time, just tired of myself and everything. What's going
Right.
on?
Were you ever treated for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever seen a doctor?
No, ma'am.
Is there a reason for that?
No, ma'am.
Right, any other questions?
No, ma'am.
No, Judge. No, Judge.
You want to call this mother?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Margarita Balboa,
Can you spell the last name?
Balboa.
So is Juan Lozano your son?
Yes, ma'am.
What are his issues?
He has mental issues, ma'am. He actually has his caseworker here. He sees a counselor, he sees a therapist. He's getting his medication. He has to get it through shot form because of the incident with the pills that he tried to with the community of trying to commit suicide. So they do him as a shot form. So he's not allowed to have any medications in the home or anything. But yes, he is seeing counseling. He is diagnosed with mental issues. He's bipolar. He has, and like I said, his caseworkers here from the counseling that he goes to see. He's been seeing them for quite a while. He's trying to do his school through GEDs. He's with me. I'm constantly watching him. He's 24 hours with me. So he's trying. He made a bad mistake, and yes, we do talk, and we know. Okay, I mean, I know you can tell this is. I'm the one who kind of helps him out a lot. So we're reaching out to anything that he needs as far as help. So
Do you know where he got the gun from?
no, ma'am, I do not.
How many people live in your house?
It's me, stepdad, and him, and his my father-in-law, and my mother-in-law.
All right, any children in the house younger than him?
No, ma'am, he's my youngest son.
Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
All right, any questions, Dave?
No, Judge.
Defense?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I want to case what we can forward, please.
Who's the case?
Could the case worker for Mr. Lozano please come forward?
Well, I'm actually not permitted to like testify or anything. I'm just here for support.
For just one moment. Mr. Lozano, you still under oath? Do you waive your rights of confidentiality to have your caseworker testify? All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear affirm testimony you give the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand. Could you state your name for the record?
Michael Prim, Prim.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm not actually going to ask you about his medical diagnosis or any of that.
Mhm.
He's going to be receiving probation, so I need to know the parties who will be there to help him.
Yes, ma'am.
So now that I'm aware he has some mental health issues, I read about it in the top evaluation, but I'm trying to figure out what support system he already has in place.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so, Mr. Prim, where are you employed at?
Crystal Counseling.
Okay, I'm aware of Crystal Council.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you guys so much.
Yeah.
So, as he's placed on probation, he'll be signing a release.
Mhm.
But how often are you seeing him?
We try to see him at least twice a week.
And will that continue?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is there a time limit on that or for?
We do an assessment every 6 months to, see where the progress is. And based on the progress, he might be deviated down to a lower level of care, but he would still get services. Meaning that we might see him once a week instead of twice. And,
And do you see him in his home or does he come see you?
we see him in his home and he comes to the clinic to see the psych provider once a month. But yeah, it's mainly field work that we do.
And the other question I have, if, for example, he were not agreeing to take this medication or fall off your radar, would you be able to let probation know if you signed a release? So that
Yes.
you'll know?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything you think that would be helpful for him, for the court to put as a condition? Of course, one of the conditions is going to be that he stays engaged with Christus. But is there anything else that I could do as a condition to help him be successful?
Well, so far, he's been very involved in his recovery and he's done all the necessary things to, show us that he's progressing. And as far as the sentencing, I don't think jail time would do him any good. We want to work with him on getting his GED and finding a job and things like that, so he can be a productive citizen.
So you all will work with him with GED?
Yes.
Job counseling,
Yes,
and do you all do drug testing as well or not?
yes. Every time he comes into the clinic to see the psych provider, he's tested.
All right, and as a release is signed, will you be able to give those results to probation?
Yes,
How often you see drug testing?
about at least once a month.
Okay. We may want more than that. Are you able to do more than that?
I don't have the power to say.
Okay, so
Sorry.
what I'll do is, we can do the drug test with you all once a month,
Mhm.
but there will probably be coordination with probation. And if before you leave, if you could sit with him with probation, those are his conditions with him.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you all can coordinate on, the UAs.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much for
Okay.
coming in.
No-
Any
no
questions?
No, Your Honor, no from the state.
No, Your
Thank
Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, is there anything else from either side?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Lozano, you can pass it. All right, this is what the court is going to do. I'm going to sentence you to 8 years deferred adjudication. Oh, and Stan, I'm sorry, you can have a seat because I know you need to converse. $750 fine, that will be prorated. Defendant is to continue with mental health treatment. For Christus. Defendant to sign a release. Form. So that probation can have information from Christus. Defendant is to obtain GED and probation. He can do that, the GED, the job counseling, That can be done for Christmas, since they're already doing that. And I'm going to say that you need to have employment. I'm going to say within 90 days, but if you're able to get it before then, you can, I think you need to make sure you stabilize first. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And probation, you can coordinate with Chris is also on drug testing, but to begin with, I'm gonna want it more than 1 month. We'll do 2 times a month, but if you can coordinate and see when they do theirs, then sort of make yours random. And probation, if you want to coordinate with Christus as far as reporting, you know, if he reports to them, because they're saying they see him 2 times per week. But make sure, you know, because they say they do an assessment every 6 months to see if they can lower his reporting. If they lower his reporting and it becomes once a month, let the court know. But if probation wants to coordinate reporting through them, you can do that. So I'll say reporting 2 times per week. With probation. And then probation, if you want to use Christmas, you can, but I'll just put 2 times per week with probation, but Christmas support, you can count for that. I'm gonna want field visits. And probation, again, if Christmas is going to the home, and I'm sure they're looking around. Mr. Prim? Yes, ma'am. When you go to the home, are you looking through the home and making sure there's nothing that shouldn't be there?
Yes.
All right. So, field visits, we'll do field visits, 1 time per week through, Christmas. And then probation, if you will make sure that you do a follow-up field visit once every 2 months. And then, mixed supervision. And again, you can coordinate that with, Christus. There's to be no contact with Priscilla, Gutierrez, Albert Rodriguez, and Josiah Rodriguez. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. The court is going to require anger management. And if you complete the anger management course, if you have to complete,
Sure.
and if you get your GED, then the community service hours will be waived. Probation, is there anything else he needs? No. All right, is there anything else you need for the court to be successful?
No.
Mr. Prim, is there anything else he needs?
No, ma'am, not on this.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna show you what's in the trial court certification. When it's rights to appeal. Oh, no.
Okay.
You can't make-
Okay.
No, come on. Come on. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, because you waived your right to appeal. You don't have a court's position to appeal, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Lozano, in this courtroom, communication is key to be successful on probation. You need to make sure you stay in contact with your case managers, make sure you stay in contact with probation. If there's something you need, ask your probation officer. If you feel like they're not addressing your concerns, you can always walk into the courtroom. I'm here Monday through Friday, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Court is calling 2022 CR 4505 State of Texas versus David Anthony Vietti. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Deerhand, Your Honor.
Defense?
Eric DeWalton, I represent Mr. Vietti.
Are you Mr. Vietti? All right, we're here for sentencing. You entered a plea on December 14th. I don't know why we're just hearing this from December 14th, but okay. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishments be assessed at 8 years in the prison. The state opposes your application for deferred adjudication. The state is recommending community supervision. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
We have, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor,
No, Your Honor.
Any witnesses?
not from the state, Your Honor.
I have one, and for the interest of justice, just to let you know that his mother, the alleged complaining witness, is out in the hall. You changed a no contact order to a no harmful or injurious contact order, but they couldn't live together. He has continued to abide by that. His sister is also here helping him through, but I'd like to call Mr. Michael Prince.
All right, Mr. Prin. Oh, I know him very well.
Thank you, Your Honor. And
Sure.
he came out of nowhere.
Sure.
Angel in disguise.
Good morning. It's like I've just seen you today. Yeah. You're still under oath. Could you state your name for the record?
Michael Prim.
All right. And Mr. Vietti, do you waive any confidentiality that Mr. Prim may have?
What do you mean?
Do
Yes,
do you waive it so he can talk to me about any issues regarding you?
yes, sir.
All right. Defense?
Mr. Prim, my name is Eric DeWalt. We met today, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I asked you if you'd like to testify, and you got a little nervous, right?
Yes, I
Said you
did.
couldn't testify, but you did want to speak on David Vietti's behalf.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that
Okay.
is called testifying. So I'm going to ask you a
yes,
few
sir.
questions. I just don't want to scare you. Can you tell the court your title and your job description?
All right. And counsel, I can tell you, I already know his title, job
Right,
description and what he's
Okay.
with. So introduction not necessary unless you just would like to
Thank
do it.
you, Honor. Mr. Prim, how long have you known David Vietti?
About 2 months, but he's been receiving services since 2018, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah.
and are you aware that he is charged with arson of a habitation? And I know you don't know the facts of the case, but we kind of talked about what had transpired. It was his mother's house in a pillar,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but he also served 8 months before his family bonded him out, and we approached and entered the plea before today.
Mhm.
Okay, so your relationship has really come in with Mr. Vietti after he took this plea.
Yes.
Can you, and I'm sorry, that's everybody's getting.
Oh, yeah, that's everybody's there.
Can you tell the court his reaction or transition or his progress with you and what all he's doing? Please.
But I'm
Well-
sorry, just one moment. Even though I know that's background noise for people, I always look at it because sometimes we're off the record. Sometimes it's a child abducted. They may be in this courtroom right now. We're just ignoring the text message. So I always like to look and see. Okay. All right.
So, yeah, he is currently receiving services and he's participating in his recovery. We're currently, working on, assisting him with, receiving his ID, through the Hope team. And housing as well, trying to, get him to where he's, stable and is living on his own. And, he has been meeting with us regularly. And, as far as progress, you know, so,
Slow.
yeah, it's not like just snap your fingers.
But you're saying he's only been
he's
with you for
working
2
with us.
months.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Let me ask you a few questions. Are you aware that he's currently living with his sister?
Yes,
Okay, and have you visited that location?
yes. sir.
Okay, and do you think it is a good, stable location for him?
Yes.
Okay, and is there someone, you had mentioned Tammy, a field nurse, that is going out to help him administer his injections for
Yes.
bipolar and his other mental issues?
Yes, sir.
So you do know her, she's part of y'all's team, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Have you, in the last 2 months, I know it's hard to say he's made leaps and bounds of progress, but do you think he's made progress?
Definitely, yes. Yeah, it's like night and day as far as, in some areas, like he's more stable where we can actually work on housing, work on, you know, trying to help him find a job. But when we first encountered him, he was so symptomatic that we couldn't get anywhere with him. But yeah, he's making progress where he needs to, but you know, everything else takes a long time, you know.
Mr. Prim, I greatly appreciate your testimony today. I'll pass the
Okay.
witness.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No questions.
How often are you seeing him at his place of residence?
Well, there's someone that goes out there at least twice a week. And there's 5 case managers. So I think the last time he was on my caseload was about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But the nurse comes out, I think, at least once a week to do med training, and then he gets his injection once a month.
And will you be able to, when probation goes over his conditions, will you be able to sit with him and make sure that probation knows who his case manager is?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then, of course, he will sign a release. Will you be able to let probation knows, one, if there are any issues at the household when you all visit?
Mhm.
And you're doing UAs for him as well?
Yes,
And if you can let probation know the results of those UAs?
yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else that I need to know?
No, but I think David has a bright future, and I don't like to see him cry. He's a good guy, and we're gonna, as long as he wants to do better, we'll be there for him to help him so he can become stable and have his own place to stay. And he's active in his own recovery. So,
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks so much.
you.
All right, here's my question. With regards to his mother, so it's no harmful or injurious contact. Is that what's been happening or no? No contact?
Your Honor, in the PSI, she gave a statement, and in her statement, she claims she believes David's the victim, not her. It was a pillow in her house, and
But here's my question. With regards to his mom,
Mhm.
Elizabeth Vietti,
Yeah.
is it currently no harmful or injurious contact?
it's currently no harmful or injurious contact, but he's not allowed to stay with her. You made that clear.
All right, so I'm going to keep that you're not allowed to stay with her. Once you have proven yourself on probation out of this court, then that may be changed. So whether or not you're allowed to stay with her, that is completely up to you. You understand?
Okay.
So if you do well,
Yes, ma'am.
if you do well, your attorney then can come to the court and the court will make a decision on that. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Does anybody want to speak on the opposition to deferred, or you want the court to just make the decision?
The court can make the decision.
All right, the court is going to sentence you to 8 years deferred adjudication. There's $1,000 fine that will be probated. You're going to be on the MIC caseload. There's going to be continued services through Christus. There's going to be field visits, probation. There'll be field visits with you once a month. If Christus reports any issues with the location that they're visiting, or if Christus stopped during their visitation, because they're saying they're doing it twice a week, maybe. But I do want probation to at least go out there and see what the living conditions are and how he's doing. There's going to be regular UAs. And also probation, you can look at the UAs that Christus is doing. Also, they'll give Mr. Vietti, you're going to have to give a release on that. Are you employed?
Oh, no, ma'am, not at the moment.
All right, is there a reason?
No, there's not a reason, but I am gonna work on it with Crystal Counseling.
All right, there's going to be proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's going to be regular reporting to probation. And probation, if you want to count the contact that Christus is making, you can count that as a reporting. But again, I want probation to at least have gone out at least once. There's to be 200 hours community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get that, but if you have it with the vaccination and booster, the court will deduct 40 hours of your community service supervision. Okay. Probation, is there anything else that he needs? All right, and with regards to restitution to Elizabeth Vietti, is she asking for restitution?
She is not, Your Honor. The house was sold. Compliance wanted it updated and they didn't. The house has been sold. And it was supposed to go to David Vietti.
All right, probation, if you can note in the file that there is no restitution that Ms. Vietti is requesting. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right to Appeal. Did you review that with your, go around? I don't know why people try to reach through it. You won't make it. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
We signed this last time.
Here's Kleenex for your client, counsel. Don't go through the rope. All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Vieta, it's very important that you stay in contact with probation, that you stay in contact with your case manager. Do not fall off the face of the earth, because what will end up happening is a motion to revoke will be filed. Do you understand? If there is an issue in this court, communication is key. Let your probation know. If there's something else you need, let your probation officer know. If for any reason they're not being receptive or you think they're not listening, you can come to court. I'm here Monday through Friday. Okay?
Okay,
All right. Good luck to you.
all right, thank you.
Thank you
You're
for all
welcome.
your consideration, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes. Well, he needs to.
Yes, ma'am.
15 লাখ টাকা পেয়ে গেলেন, এরপর কি করবেন?
আমি নিজের নামে একটা রেস্টুরেন্ট ওপেন করতে চাই, এটা করতে পারবো, এটা করতে পারবো।
15 লক্ষ টাকায় রেস্টুরেন্ট হবে না তো?
8 বছর চাকরি করেছি মানবাধিকার সংস্থায়। চাকরি চলাকালীন আমি কোনো কিছু শিখতেও পারছিলাম না, এই বিষয়টা নিয়ে আগাতেও পারছিলাম না, সেজন্য আমি চাকরি ছেড়েছি, এটাতে আগাবো বলে। আমার রেসিপির নাম হলো ভেলভেটি কোকোয়া ক্রেভিং।
জান্নাত, কি করেন আপনি?
আমার একটা অনলাইন পেজ আছে, যেখানে বাসায় ফুড বানিয়ে সেটা কি বলে সেল করি। কারিগরি প্রশিক্ষণ কেন্দ্র থেকে কয়েকটা বেকিং এবং কুকিংয়ের উপরে সার্টিফাইড কোর্স করেছি, এবং বর্তমানে এখন ডিপ্লোমা কালিনারি ম্যানেজমেন্টের উপরে ডিপ্লোমা করছি।
কেন এত পড়াশোনা করেছেন কালিনারি নিয়ে?
নিজেকে একজন প্রফেশনাল শেফ হিসেবে দেখতে চাই।
যখন প্রফেশনাল শেফ হয়ে যাবেন, আমি লাস্ট 7 বছর ঈদে কখনো ছুটি নেইনি। সো ঈদ কমপ্লিটলি গন, হলিডেজ কমপ্লিটলি গন। ফ্যামিলি এটা রাজি হবে? ফ্যামিলি মানবে?
আমি 8 বছর চাকরি করেছি মানবাধিকার সংস্থায়। চাকরি চলাকালীন আমি কোনো কিছু শিখতেও পারছিলাম না, এই বিষয়টা নিয়ে আগাতেও পারছিলাম না, সেজন্য আমি চাকরি ছেড়েছি, এটাতে আগাবো বলে। আর চাকরি যখন করেছি তখন আমার ছেলেকে আমার মা, আমার বোন, ওরা হলো কি দেখাশোনা করেছে।
আপনার কেন মনে হচ্ছে যে সেরা রাঁধুনি সেই প্ল্যাটফর্ম যেটা আপনাকে শেফ হতে সাহায্য করবে?
যারা এই কালিনারি জগতে আসতে চায় তাদের জন্য একটা সেরা প্ল্যাটফর্ম হলো সেরা রাঁধুনি। সব কিছু একটা শক্ত হাতের প্রয়োজন হয় কোনো কিছুতে সামনে আগিয়ে যেতে, তো আমার কাছে শক্ত হাত সেই সেরা রাঁধুনিটা।
শেফ আমরা কি করতে পারি বলেন?
নিয়ে যাই,
ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিয়ে।
ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিয়ে দিচ্ছি।
4 বছরের অপেক্ষা।
কি নাম তোমার?
ফাতেমা খাতুন ঋতু।
কি বানিয়েছো আজকে?
ডেজার্ট বানিয়েছি হানি সানফ্লাওয়ার। আমি এখানে বাকলাভা করছি ক্রিম চিজ দিয়ে, যেখানে আমি ক্রিম চিজ ইউজ করেছি হানি।
সো দিস ইজ আ বাকলাভা।
বাকলাভা এবং চিজ,
আউটার লেয়ারটা বাকলাভার
এবং উপরে চিজ কেক,
চিজ কেক, এন্ড দেন দিস
দম চিকেন, আর ওইটা নান বানাইছি আমি।
এই দুটো রেসিপি থেকে যদি যে কোনো একটা সিলেক্ট করতে হয়, আমি যদি বলি আপনাকে আমি একটার জন্য মার্ক করব, সেটা কি হবে?
তাহলে বাকলাভা চিজ কেক।
কেন?
বাকলাভা আমার বেকিং খুব ভালো লাগে করতে।
কয়েকটি কুইজিনের নাম বলেন।
আচ্ছা, মানে আমি ইতালিয়ান, তারপর এইভাবে বলবো কি, পাস্তা, তারপর পিৎজা, ইন্ডিয়ান কুইজিনের মধ্যে আসে বিরিয়ানি, তারপর হলো বিভিন্ন ধরনের রায়তা, রাবড়ি, এগুলা। আর টার্কিশ ডেজার্ট করেছি, টার্কিশ ডেজার্টে বাকলাভা তো আসেই। থাই কুইজিনে হলো টম ইয়াম স্যুপ আছে, তারপরে হলো থাই ফ্রাইড রাইস আছে। একটু
লেটস সে আমরা আপনাকে আজকে সিলেক্ট করলাম, আপনি শোতে এসে শো জিতে গিয়েছেন,
ওকে,
15 লাখ টাকা পেয়ে গেলেন, এরপর কি করবেন?
আমি নিজের নামে একটা রেস্টুরেন্ট ওপেন করতে চাই, এটা করতে পারবো, এটা করতে পারবো।
15 লক্ষ টাকায় রেস্টুরেন্ট হবে না তো?
যতটুকু হোক, ছোট হোক বা বড় হোক, যতটুকু হোক আমি করব।
যদি আজকে এখানে সুযোগ না পান তাহলে কি আপনার জার্নিটা থেমে যাবে?
না না না, অবশ্যই না, আমি আবার চেষ্টা করব।
আই লাইক দ্য স্পিরিট। আপনার ফুডের টেস্ট ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
এখন খুশি হতে পারেন। আপনাকে যখন 15 লাখ টাকা জিতেছেন, আপনি ইমাজিন করতে বলছে আপনি অনেক খুশি হয়ে গিয়েছিলেন।
না না, এমন কিছু না। ঢাকা অবধি যাই তখন হয়তো ইমাজিন করতে পারবো যে আমি অনেকটা একটা ধাপ হলেও এগিয়ে আসতে
ইমাজিন
পারছি।
করেন আপনি ওয়েটিং কার্ড পেয়ে গিয়েছেন।
হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা,
পেয়ে গিয়েছেন।
সত্যি?
জি, চলে আসুন।
ঠিকই জানি কি জানি আমার মাঝে আমি সেরা রাধুনী।
Mình đã tô xong quả dứa với cái màu cam nha. Phần lá là màu xanh nè. Còn phần chùm nho này, đây là một chùm nho chín nha. Mình đã xong cái màu cam này rồi. Mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu tím nha. Màu tím nha. Đây là cái màu tím nè. Mình sẽ xếp lại cái màu của mình vào cái hộp màu này. Để cho nó đỡ chặt nha. Với những quả nho màu tím nhá, mình sẽ tô một chùm nho rất là nhiều quả nho nhỏ nha. Mình đang tô phần chùm nho với cái màu tím nhá. Một cái giỏ hoa quả gồm 4 loại quả là quả xoài, quả táo, quả cam và quả nho. Mình đang tô phần quả nho nha.
ওয়াও মনে হয়, ভিজুয়ালি দেখতে অনেক সুন্দর হয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ, প্রেজেন্টেশনটা ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
ওয়েটিং কার্ড পেয়েছি। ঢাকা অডিশনের জন্য একটু টেনশন হচ্ছে নেক্সট রাউন্ডে আমি যেতে পারবো কিনা।
আমার মাঝে আমি সেরা রাধুনী
সুরাইয়া পারভিন, কি বানিয়েছেন আপনি?
আমি একটি ডেজার্ট নিয়ে এসেছি আজকে, লেয়ার কার্ড ফ্যান্টাসি।
আমি জানি না টেস্ট কেমন, আমি জাস্ট আপনার পেকিংটা দেখেই ওয়াও মনে হয়। ডেজার্ট ছাড়া আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন আর কি বানাতে পারেন?
থাই, চাইনিজটা পারি।
থাই আর চাইনিজ কুইজিনের মধ্যে পার্থক্যটা কি বলতে পারবেন?
কিছুটা কাছাকাছি, কারণ এই দুটার মধ্যে আপনার যেই জিনিস প্রোডাক্টগুলো আমরা ইউজ করি প্রায় একই রকম।
অনেকটা ডিফারেন্স আছে। থাই খুব ঝাল হয়, চাইনিজ অত ঝাল হয় না। আর থাইতে প্রচুর কোকোনাট ইউজ করে, চাইনিজে অত কোকোনাট ইউজ হয় না। এছাড়াও এরকম অনেক উদাহরণ আছে
জি
দুটো ফুডের মধ্যে।
জি,
সেরা রাঁধুনিতে কেন এসেছেন?
আমি মনে করি ম্যাম সেরা রাঁধুনি একটা হচ্ছে বিশাল বড় একটা প্ল্যাটফর্ম, যেখানে নিজেকে আমি উপস্থাপন করতে পারবো সবার সামনে, আমি আমার প্রতিভাকে দেখাতে পারবো। ফিউচারে আমার খুব ইচ্ছা নিজেকে একজন সফল উদ্যোক্তা হিসেবে তৈরি করা। আমি মনে করি সেরা রাঁধুনি আমাকে সেই প্ল্যাটফর্মটা আমাকে তৈরি করে দিবে।
আজকে যদি আমরা আপনাকে ওয়েটিং কার্ড না দিই তাহলে আপনার কেমন লাগবে?
ভালো খারাপ দুইটাই লাগবে। কার্ড পেলে ভালো লাগবে, না পেলে ইনশাল্লাহ পরের বার আরও ভালোভাবে চেষ্টা করে আসবো।
আপনি তো আমাদের আগের চ্যালেঞ্জেসগুলো দেখেছেন, অনেক ইন্টারন্যাশনাল, অনেক ফিউশন, অনেক ডিফারেন্ট টাইপ অফ চ্যালেঞ্জেস থাকে। সো আপনার মনে হয় আপনি রেডি?
ইয়েস, আমি রেডি।
তাহলে চলে আসেন, আপনাকে আমরা একটা ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিতে চাচ্ছি।
থ্যাংক ইউ শেফ। ওয়েটিং কার্ড পেয়েছি, ভালো লাগছে। জাজরা আমার ফুড খেয়ে অনেক প্রশংসা করেছে। ঢাকা অডিশনের জন্য একটু টেনশন হচ্ছে নেক্সট রাউন্ডে আমি যেতে পারবো কিনা।
সীমানা যতই হোক দেয়ালে ঘেরা, এ আমারই মঞ্চ, জানি আমি সেরা।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম সালাম।
আমি শারমিন সাবালিনা। আমি আজকে নিয়ে এসেছি পিনা কোলাডা পাইনাপেল কেক।
ভিজুয়ালি দেখতে অনেক সুন্দর হয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ, প্রেজেন্টেশনটা ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কি করেন?
একাডেমিক পড়াশোনা শেষ করেছি আমি, আর বর্তমানে আমি কালিনারি আর্টসের উপরে ডিপ্লোমা করছি, আর হোমমেড একটা খাবারের বিজনেস আছে যেটা আমি আমাদের এলাকাতে রান করছি।
শামিন, আপনি কোকোনাট ইউজ করেছেন এখানে?
না শেফ।
পিনা কোলাডাতে কিন্তু কোকোনাট যায়। ইটস আ মিক্সচার অফ পাইনঅ্যাপল এন্ড কোকোনাট।
কোকোনাট।
আমার কাছে মানে কেকের টেস্টটা বেশ ভালো লেগেছে।
আমার কাছেও কেকের টেস্টটা
ভালো
ভালো লেগেছে। ইটস নট টু সুইট, দেয়ার ইজ পাইনঅ্যাপল। when you call it
জুসি।
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম।
আপনি এটা ছাড়া আর কি রান্না করতে পারেন? ঝাল খাবার কি রান্না করতে পারেন?
বিরিয়ানি, কাবাব, হচ্ছে মুঠি কাবাব, শামি কাবাব, ইন্টারন্যাশনাল জালি কাবাব।
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কোনো খাবার?
যেমন চাইনিজের মধ্যে ফ্রাইড রাইস, চিলি চিকেন, ওনথন, থাই স্যুপ, এগুলো সব পারি।
চাইনিজের মধ্যে তো থাই আসে না।
নার্ভাস কেন?
আসছে না।
আমি জানি আপনি জানেন, বাট আপনি নার্ভাস কেন এত?
প্রথমবার আমার অডিশন তো সেই জন্য।
আগে কেন আসেন?
আগে আমি মানে গত সিজন আমি ভাবছিলাম যে দিব, তারপর ভাবলাম যে না, আমি একটু কাঁচা আসছি, এখানে তো দেখি অনেক সব দক্ষ সবাই আসে, ওই জন্য আমি ভাবছিলাম একটু ভালো মতো শিখে তারপর যাই, সেই জন্য।
আপনার মনে হয় আপনি এবারের জন্য রেডি?
হ্যাঁ, আমার মনে হয় আমি রেডি আছি এবারের জন্য।
তাহলে আমরাও রেডি। আসলে আপনাকে একটা ওয়েটিং কার্ড দেই।
থ্যাংক ইউ শেফ। সেরা রাঁধুনির ওয়েটিং কার্ড পেয়েছি, আর আশা করছি গ্র্যান্ড অডিশনের জন্য সিলেক্ট হব ইনশাল্লাহ। এটা পেয়েছি, এটাতে অনেক খুশি লাগছে। ইনশাল্লাহ গ্র্যান্ড অডিশনের জন্য সিলেক্ট হলে আরও বেশি খুশি হব।
Mình đã tô xong bức tranh về chú mèo nha. Các bạn hãy quan sát lại bức tranh mình đã hoàn thiện này. Để theo dõi các video tiếp theo, các bạn nhớ bấm like cho mình nhé. Xin chào các bạn. Hello, xin chào các bạn đến với kênh YouTube của mình nha. Hôm nay chúng mình cùng nhau tô màu bức tranh về một chú gà mái này, một chú gà mái hoa mơ này. Chúng mình cùng tô màu nha. Một chú gà mái với bộ chân rất là sần sù, như kiểu chú ấy là một chú gà mái rất già rồi ấy. Nên mình sẽ tô cái màu của nó là màu đỏ nhá. Đây này, đây là cái màu đỏ này. Mình sẽ tô cái phần màu trên đỉnh đầu trước nha. Mình đang tô cái phần màu của chú gà. Mình đã tô xong cái phần màu với cái màu đỏ này rồi nhá. Giờ mình sẽ tô sang phần mỏ này. Để cái màu nâu. Đây là cái màu nâu này. Mình sẽ dùng cái chì ngòi nhỏ này. Một cái mỏ rất là sắc nhọn.
আপনার যদি লাক ভালো থাকে আমাদের সাথে নেক্সট অডিশন রাউন্ডে আপনি যেতে পারবেন। হ্যাঁ,
মানে এটা আপনি কেকের উপর দিতে পারেন না, দিস ইজ প্লাস্টিক, রাইট?
ওকে ওকে।
থ্যাংক ইউ। আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন কি বানাতে পারেন?
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন আমি পারি না। আমার মনে হয় আপনি একটু সময় নেন, ভালো করে শিখেন।
জি।
হ্যালো শেফ, হ্যালো ম্যাম, হ্যালো ম্যাম।
হ্যালো।
এটা হলো আমি করেছি কোয়েল বেগুনের কালাইয়ের টাক। আমার আঞ্চলিকতাকেই আমি ফিউশন হিসেবে এখানে তুলে ধরেছি। আর পাশে ডেজার্ট হিসাবে রেখেছি জাম্বুরা খোসার মালাই চাপিটা।
ইন্টারেস্টিং। এটা প্লেট করা কোথা থেকে শিখলেন?
এমএ কমপ্লিট করার পরে যখন ঢাকাতে চাকরি প্রিপারেশনের জন্য যাই, তখন ওখান থেকে 3 মাসের একটা কোর্স করেছিলাম। ওখানে আপনার ডেকোরেশন, প্লেটিং অনেক কিছু শেখাইছিল। ছোটোখাটো কিছু ওখান থেকেই শেখা হয়েছে। আর ইউটিউব, সুপার শেফ, মাস্টার শেফ, কানাডিয়ান, অস্ট্রেলিয়ান এইসব দেখেই শিখেছি। আর আপনার ফুড নিয়ে এক্সপেরিমেন্ট করতে ভালোবাসি। খাদ্যের অবশিষ্ট অংশ ফেলে দিয়ে আমরা অনেক সময় নষ্ট করি, যাতে ওইগুলো আমরা ফুড হিসেবে আবার প্লেটিং করতে পারি, সেই হিসাবে এটা আমার করা। জাম্বুরার খোঁজ
সেরা রাঁধুনিতে কি ফার্স্ট টাইম?
না, এবার দিয়ে আমার সেকেন্ড টাইম।
আচ্ছা।
এর আগের বার আমি এসেছিলাম, আপনার ওই টিমে ছিলাম।
আপনি কিচেনে কাজ করেন না কেন?
জি, জি।
হোটেল বা রেস্টুরেন্টে কাজ করেন না?
আমি আপনার 17-18 মাস মতন কাজ করেছিলাম আপনার রূপপুর পারমাণবিকের পাশে, মানে অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট হিসেবে ঢুকেছিলাম। পরে শেফ চলে যাওয়ার কারণে পুরো আমি হ্যান্ডেল করতাম ওইটা।
কিচেন লাইনে কাজ করতে চান?
অফকোর্স, এই জন্যই এখনো এর পিছনেই ছুটছে।
আপনার আইডিয়াস অনেক ভালো, ফুড আইডিয়াস অনেক ভালো, ফুডের টেস্টও অনেক ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আপনার খুব ভালো চেষ্টা ছিল, আর আমরা নতুন রেসিপি দেখলাম।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
তো আমার মনে হলো আপনাকে আমরা একটা ওয়েটিং কার্ড দেই। আপনার যদি লাক ভালো থাকে আমাদের সাথে নেক্সট অডিশন রাউন্ডে আপনি যেতে পারবেন।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আমার মাঝে আমি সেরা রাঁধুনি।
আমি নিয়ে এসেছি প্লেন রাইস, সর্ষে ইলিশ, আর হচ্ছে একটা ডাউল রান্না, বাড়িতে নর্মালি যেটা রান্না হয় আর কি, আর হচ্ছে 3 পদের ভর্তা।
এতটুকু তো এনাফ না সেরা রাঁধুনি হওয়ার জন্য।
কি রেসিপি বানিয়েছেন আজকে?
এটা স্যার ফ্রাইড চিকেন আর ফ্রাইড রাইস।
বাসায় রান্না করেন?
জি জি।
কি ধরনের রান্না?
নর্মাল রান্নাগুলো আম্মু করে, আর একটু মানে অন্যরকম রান্নাগুলো আমি করেছি।
আম্মু তো সেরা রাজনীতি গিয়ে রান্না করে দিয়ে আসে।
না না, নর্মাল রান্নাও পারি, নর্মাল রান্নাও পারবো।
একটু স্কিলটা বাড়াতে হবে। হ্যাঁ,
জি, আমি নিয়ে আসছি অ্যারাবিয়ান চিকেন খাফসা।
এখানে স্টার অনিস ব্যবহার করেছো? স্টার অনিস অনেক বেশি স্ট্রং ফ্লেভার আছে।
খাপসা নিয়ে এসেছি, এটা খাপসা হয়নি।
আবার আসবে।
চিকেন ললিপপ, সাথে একটু সুইটের জন্য চকলেট কেক নিয়ে এসেছি।
ললিপপের সাথে রাইস যায় না।
চিকেন ললিপপ ইজ আ স্টার্টার।
এই জিনিসগুলো অবশ্যই মাথায় রাখতে হবে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
শারমিন, কি বানিয়েছেন আজকে?
আমি এটা কাঁচা পেঁপের লাড্ডু বানিয়েছি।
শারমিন, এটা আপনার নিজের রেসিপি? ইটস রিয়েলি গুড। আমি খাওয়া স্টপ করতে পারছি না। আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন কি বানাতে পারেন?
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন আমি পারি না।
আমার মনে হয় আপনি একটু সময় নেন, ভালো করে শিখেন।
জি
ফারজান আক্তার মিম,
জি।
কি বানিয়েছো?
পায়েস।
এত বড় প্লেটে কেন?
আসলে ডেকোরেশনের জন্য একটু বড়ই নিয়েছিলাম।
ডেকোরেশন তো ভালো লাগছে না।
পায়েস সাধারণত এভাবে সার্ভ হয় না।
আপনার নাম বলবেন আর কি রেসিপি বানিয়েছেন সেটা?
আমার নাম মোহাম্মদ শাফিউল আলম, ডিশের নাম লিয়ার হ্যাভেন টিট।
এটা হ্যাভেন কোন দিক থেকে হলো?
একটা স্মুথি ভাব আসে, এই জন্যে
একটা বাইট দিলাম আর একদম উড়ে হ্যাভেন। আমি খেয়ে যেটা দেখলাম, কেকটা খুবই ড্রাই। সরি টু সে, আমি যেতে পারি নাই হ্যাভেন।
অডিশন রাউন্ডে বিচারকদের কাছে প্রতিযোগীদের রেসিপির পাশাপাশি ফুড প্রেজেন্টেশন, কুকিং স্কিল, নলেজ, সেলফ কনফিডেন্স সহ বিভিন্ন বিষয়ে পরীক্ষার সম্মুখীন হতে হয়। সেই পরীক্ষায় অনেকেই বিচারকদের প্রত্যাশা পূরণ করতে পারেননি, তাই সেরা রাঁধুনি হওয়ার স্বপ্ন তাদের এখানেই থেমে যায়।
অয়েল ফ্রি আলু পনির এটা।
পনিরটা কিভাবে বানিয়েছে?
পনিরটা এটা কেনা পনির।
তাহলে তো আলুও বাজার থেকে কেনা, তাহলে
হ্যাঁ।
আপনার কি?
আমার রান্না, রেসিপি আমার।
আমার নাম নাসরিন আক্তার মিম। আমি আজকে করেছি ভ্যানিলা কেক, সাথে আমি করেছি হাঁসের মাংস।
কেকের সাথে হাঁসের মাংস।
কেকটা এখানে কেন, মানে টপ থেকে এডিবল?
নো,
সো এটা এডিবল না, এন্ড দেন ওয়াই ডিড ইউ পুট?
এটাও এডিবল না, এটা হচ্ছে
Plastic or
প্রপার। হ্যাঁ,
মানে এটা আপনি কেকের উপর দিতে পারেন না, দিস ইজ প্লাস্টিক, রাইট?
ওকে ওকে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Mình đang tô phần lông của chú vịt mẹ với cái màu tím nha. Chú Khắc ơi, cái giấy khai sinh đấy có cần ngay hôm nay không? Hôm nay cháu không đi công chứng được, nếu mà cần ngay thì phải dùng bản sao. Nhưng mà hơi tiếc bản sao vì hôm đấy nhà cháu làm có mấy cái. Tưởng là chưa cần ngay để mai cháu đi công chứng thì lấy bản công chứng. Nhưng mà nếu cần ngay thì để lại nộp bản sao vậy. Bản sao hôm đấy nhà cháu lại làm hơi ít. Làm có 5 cái thì lại lộp hôm trước một cái rồi hôm nay 2 cái nữa là 3 cái. Thế thôi đưa luôn, hôm nào cháu lại đi làm vậy. Tưởng là chưa cần gấp ấy thì là để cháu công chứng thì nó dễ hơn. Công chứng thì công chứng ở đâu cũng được, nhưng mà bản sao thì phải đúng ủy ban. Vâng, cần luôn thì lấy luôn. Vâng. Thế chú nhé. Mình đã tô xong với cái màu tím rồi nhá. Mình sẽ cắt cái màu tím lên đi. Với phần lông của chú vịt con mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu vàng nha. Với cái phần mỏ và phần chân cũng vẫn là cái màu nâu. Mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu nâu này.